We're drawing them boys, there you go.
Go on, man.
Can we drive round each peg?
Yeah, drive round each peg, yeah. Take it away,
Right,
Tom.
gentlemen. Jimmy Holmes.
Top scales, Jim.
45. Bang on.
Bang on. Bang on. Bang on the money, Jim. Bang on.
53.
53, that's bang on.
Scales, Jazz. Scales, Jazz.
Scales, Jazz. And you draw scales, Dave?
No.
Hell yeah.
No, 67.
Ooh.
Me get me there.
No,
69.
69, eh? One more.
I thought one of them would have punched me out, but...
61.
61.
I thought you... Scales.
Coming up some scales. That's for being a fucking...
Exactly.
65.
Unlucky, Simon.
He ain't got it on wall.
Mick Smith. Very unlucky. Scales. There's no more in Mick, so don't worry about it.
Just do it right.
I'm happy with that.
That's a good thing.
What you got, Mick?
49.
Is that what you wanted?
I just want a peg that I get to. 71. 71.
71.
Yeah, I'm good.
71.
What it says?
Draw another one.
Oh, so that's not in. Yeah, I know.
Sell it for me. 51. That's fucking worth still.
Why? How do you know?
45 to 55 was supposed to be the best fucking peg. 47, that's a good one, Bobby.
Tell them not to go, because if I've only put 14 pegs in there,
You've got me down.
How many to draw yet? Oh, ain't drawn yet.
how many pegs is left, Tony, just to make sure?
3. And what are the others?
59. I'll just make sure 63 can come out. Hold on, what have I drawn? Peg 59.
63.
Peg. Right, good morning fishy people, I'm Alan Norris from Fish on TV. And it is Tuesday I've just had a look and forgot, it's Tuesday the 22nd of March, right. Different venue. Unfortunately there's a few last minute pulled out, so there's only 13 of us, so Alan Hanson's put us on down one bank. If you're wondering what I'm doing, my sleeve is just put it down, that's better. You are joining us at Fleet's Dam with the Old Boys Fishing Club for our Tuesday match. Unfortunately there's been quite a few that can't make it for one reason or another. I don't know why Soz hasn't made it. He's decided not to come because he's never fished it before. What difference does that make, Soz? What an idiot. It's 12 miles away for him as well. Fairly close venue to us. I've just had a look at it. It looks beautiful. I have fished it once in winter in David Wood's feeder pairs. Apparently I wasn't in a very good area for that time of year. The fish were all at the other end. I never had a bite. So let's see if we can get more than no bites today. And I have drawn, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Peg 59 I think it was. Wrong day, that's Torn Bank. Yes, I've drawn peg 59. I don't think it's a bad area that. I think Dave Wood were there in the feeder pairs. Tactics, not really sure. I'm going to plumb up just in front of me, see how deep it is and see what margins are like and stuff like that. Bit of watercraft needed, I think, just to gauge what I think I'm going to do. But I'll certainly be having a method line, possibly 2, not sure. I'm not sure about margins for this time of year. It's just getting on that changeover. Will they have moved in? Don't know. I think I'll still set a margin line up just in case. I'm fancying, it's a lovely day. I am fancying setting the waggler up again to fish on the deck. If they start coming up, I can move the float. So I spoke to Dave Wood. He went, don't mess about with that. Ah, well, Woody, I'm ignoring you. I am doing what I want to do. I fancy going on that waggler because I likes it. Right. But you never know. If I end up catching prolifically on the method, I probably won't pick it up. But I had to wait for it repairing a file. It's all that about, folks. Right, here then, peg 59. I am ready. I'm a few minutes late. This area, I think it can be alright. Apparently over there in the bowl is supposed to be the better area, but I'm quite happy. It's alright, I think. I know in the last match that I fished in, even though I didn't have a bite, all the weight seemed to come from here, so we shall see. I've clipped up, in fact I need to measure it to see where it is. It's about 30 metres. I've found it's quite a silty venue, this, from what I can see, and it's about 4 footish here. It goes a little bit deep as you go further out, and then it shallows up again. But it is a bit silty. But when I've chucked the bomb out, I've put quite a heavy bomb on, I've found where it was quite smooth, quite hard. Clipped up there, chucked it back out, let the 1.5 ounce bomb at the bottom, and it moved without actually getting stuck. So I think I found a reasonable area. It's about 30 metres, I'd say, just over 34 metres, something like that. I need to measure it to make sure if I have any problems I get back in the same spot. But I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'll show me peg. I'll show you what I'm going to do. Right, we'll start off with margins. I'm not going to go into these margins. I mean, these look gorgeous, but I'm not. With it being this time of year, I'm not going to go that close in just yet. I've plumbed up here, silty out here, and it's just a little bit firmer down here. So that's my margin rig for later on. I'm going to fish about 20 metres, a waggler. Depends how this wind goes. If not, I can always chuck a short method there or a bomb. But I fancy it waggler again with 6mm pellets on the deck, and then out there I found a nice area for the method. And you're probably thinking, I mean, Dave Wood says don't even bother with waggler, but I mean it's just getting up a little bit, is that breeze, but I like waggler fishing. And I think with it being silty, it might be alright here. I don't know, we'll see anyway. I've got it dotted down, not the best light, whether I put black or red on. It's a strange, this ripple, it's weird. I can't really see either of them properly, but anyway, hey ho. So bait wise, micros, dyed a few yellow ones with the bag of match baits dye that I've got, some 6mm pellets, and these are 4mm softened pellets that I did overnight. I'm experimenting with them at the minute. I'm going to give those a go as well. These are to go around the hybrid feeders. Some ground bait in there for if I want to put ground baits on a method feeder or something. Different pellets, bit of squidgeridoo, some more wafters, and yeah, a few little bits and bobs anyway. That's it. Dead easy. Let's get out there, let's get fishing, because I'm going to catch up talking to you guys, am I? Right, over and out. Right, well, we're 45 minutes in. Lovely and calm. When I've cast out, your line's going right to left. But I've been casting it same spot, pretty much the same spot, within a yard or so, left or right. There's just one or two ever so slight liner indications. I have been finding one or two pellets, well, 3 or 4 at a time. I've been doing sort of every 4 minutes, 3 or 4 minutes or so for that waggler line. I'm just wondering if they're liners from, because it is in the same sort of, it's on the same line. Are they fish on that line, or are the fish a bit further out? I'm not sure. I did forget to mention I have got another rod set up where I can chuck into the middle of the lake and a bit further if I want. I thought that were a fish, but it isn't. It's one of those diving birds. Which one is it? Not sure, but it ain't half moving. It's zooming across. Again, slight indication there. Oh, was that a bite? I mean, I'm not sure. I've just changed the wafter to a little 6mm chocolate yellow. Is it other 6mm? The 5 or 6mm Ringer's chocolate yellow. Got a feeling that might have been a bream. But we'll see. We'll see what happens there. It was a nice little pull. That's the first indication I've had, but I don't think it was really worth striking into. It makes you feel a little bit like I've just been done there. Oh, it was a grebe. Crikey, that's just swum all the way around there. It has been cold this week in the morning. I mean, it was like -5 of the day. -2 one morning, -5. I'm on about 5:30 in the morning. I'm waking up early now the light's getting lighter. So even though it's nice today, I think it's going to take 2 or 3 days for it to sort of kick in before these fish might come shallow a little bit and get a bit more active. But it's going to be a nice day today. They might switch on a bit later on. With the sound of it, sort of 20 to 30 pounders, what Alan's told me at the minute. I think the week before it was quite a little bit better because of the warmer weather, but that frost, those 2 or 3 frosts on the trot knocked it off. So I think it's worth another try there. And I'm not too worried because I'm clipped up on that line. The other one I can have a search about. But by sort of having half a dozen casts on that line, in my mind, it's putting a bit of bait down there. I can go longer, have a look round, and see if there's anything further out, and then come back to this line where there's bait on the bottom. So I've not seen anybody catching it. Well, I've not heard of anybody catching anything yet. The guy on the other side had one while we were getting ready. But I've not seen any fish cruising about. There's 1 or 2 small fish showing, but no carp. So I just thought I'd give you that little update on what my thoughts are, what's going off. In the margin, I forgot to mention, I'm torn between dead reds or corn. Not sure yet. I'll certainly be putting a bit of ground bait down there. Apparently you can get pestered with a lot of silvers close in, but... Sure. Oh, was that a bird? Or was that a fish? That's just beyond my waggler line, that. Right, so that's my thoughts. Let's just see how things progress. Well, we're 1 hour and 15 minutes in. I've still not had a bite. I think I had about 6 or 7 casts on that short line. I've just gone out quite a bit further towards the middle of the lake. I've just had a liner. Not seen any. Oh, apparently Simon further down that way, he's using a PVA bag. Apparently he's had a 10-pounder. I don't know how they're doing down to my right because I can't see anybody whatsoever. So I've not seen anybody over there catching. So it's difficult to sort of gauge what we should be doing to catch. Usually somebody's doing something a bit different, but I'm having a little search about towards the middle of the lake now, just to see if I can locate any fish. See if I can get any liners. Like I said, I've had 1 liner on this, so I don't know. It didn't look like a carp liner either. It's just ever so slight bit of movement. So I think all I can do is I'll have a search about like I normally do. We still are after those few really cold days. I know I'm dressed like this, but we're still in winter mode. The water is absolutely freezing. I'm not sure if it iced over while it was that cold for them few days, but it's only been cold on a night, and then during the day it's warmed up. But I've had to defrost my van every morning. Got sort of 3 mornings on trot with really cold, thick ice. So it's definitely knocked them off because I've not seen any fish. No signs of any fish anywhere at all. Odd little circle, small fish. But there we go, 1 hour and 15 minutes in, not a sign. Let's hope it gets a little bit better. Right. 2.5 hours in, I've not had a bite. I searched around in the middle, and then I've gone on to the shorter line, 30 metres or so, where I had 6 or 7 casts, and 5.5 minutes in it's gone round. And I just changed slightly. I stopped putting micros in and I put ground bait on with a little chocolate yellow, and it's gone round. But apparently nobody's had a bite yet, or not catching anything. It's fishing very difficult. I've not seen anybody on the other side of the bank catch anything either, and they're pleasure fishing, so it is fishing rather difficult. Like I say, I think those cold nights has definitely put the fish on. It's not a big fish. He's trying. He's trying. It was a lovely positive bite as well, straight round. Come on, fishy, show your head. He's not wanting to get his head up at all. There we go. Oh. This time, there we go, folks. First fish of the day. Get in. He's only about £2 or so. There we go. Let's have a look. Oh, he don't want to be held like that, does he? I'll get the hook out. Let's have a look at him, eh? Will he behave for the camera, or will he try and dive back in the water? Oh, there you go, a couple of pound or so. Nice little carp. Hooray! Being a bit patient, Alan did say that we'll probably start getting some a little bit later on. So I'm hoping for a few fish to show. Trying to keep it nice and tidy, not too much bait. I'll put some in my margins. I've not looked at that just yet. I just don't see the point. Nobody seems to be catching anything anywhere, so back out to the 35 metre line it is. Apparently they're coming a little bit more a bit later on, around about the 20 metres, so been firing 3 or 4 pellets at that sort of distance for my waggler line, but as you can see, it's a little bit too breezy for the way I wanted to fish. I think if the wind calm, it was supposed to be fairly calm today, but it isn't. It's a little bit too breezy for the kind of fishing I wanted to do on the waggler. So loading this little hybrid feeder, pretty much the same. So hook laid flat, a little chocolate yellow on there, and then top it off with, and I've had nothing on micros. I would always pretty much use pellets when I'm carp fishing, but I don't know, I felt like there were a change needed, so I just thought I'd give this a go. Get it back out there. Lovely jubbly. Yes, first bite of the day. So we'll put a couple of pound on for that one. It's at the timer. Away we are back fishing, so. But it has been quiet, like I say, I've not seen. Well, there's one guy over there while we were tackling, setting up, had one. And that is the first fish of the day. In this area, I think I've not seen anybody catch a thing. I can't see too many, but I've just spoke to Jeff and he says nobody's catching down there neither, so. But I'm sure there could be an arrival a little bit later on. So we're off the mark, folks, we're off the mark. Right, earlier I saw a fish top near the aerator over there, in line with the guy, not smack opposite me, slightly to my left. So I thought, I'd had nothing else short, so I thought I've got to have a look there. There's fish knocking about there, and literally 2 minutes in, it's gone round. It's a fair old cast line, Oh, it don't feel right this, but it might be foul hooked. It's vibrating quite a bit. Might be wrong. It's just a little stocky. Well, better than nothing. Well, it's going to be bigger than that to start with. Nice positive pull. Little mirror carp. There we go, folks. Nice little belter. And as you can see, he sucked that wafter straight off top of those micros, which is what I like to think's happening. And that's exactly what's happened. So we've got to give that another go out there. Right, let me get this reloaded and get back in. Oh, getting one or two more signs now. Nothing on the last cast. Put some of the 4mm on this time that I've soaked down. And 4.5 minutes in, it's gone out. I think it's another stocky by the feel of it. Apparently Nigel on peg, I think he's 55 or something like that. He's had a couple as well. Yeah, it looks like another stocky. There we go, folks. He's only about 3/4 of a pound. Oh, he's unhooked himself. Oh, thank you very much. So another little stocky. There we go, folks. Let's get back in. Nice steady bite. I didn't see that, but I heard it. I'm sure I just heard a fish top then. Unless it's birds chasing it. Oh no, it's a bird just jumped out onto the aerator. So we just squash these down. 4mm again. There we go. Pretty much exactly the same. Hopefully that'll stay in there. And the fish come round and go yummy, 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 yummy. Just as the top layer is breaking off. There we go. I don't know, what is there, about 10 pellets on top of it. Don't want it too tight. I'll give that another go. This wind's getting up, so the waggler could be straight out there. It's in my face, can you believe it? What a shock. Wind in my face, what a shock. Oh, it just went in, I couldn't have dropped it in any better. Plop. That's how Dave described when he fell in at Allcroft, just a little plop. Not having that, folks, ew. A little plop. Who's he kidding? Oh dear. He's rung me up to see how I'm getting on as well. And when he rang me up, I've not had a bite. I've got 3 now. 4, if I'm lucky. £4. But it is fishing hard. I've still not seen any of those guys catch anything. So, oh, timer on. Don't forget your timer on. So if you, oh, I think that indication was, what do they call them? Oh, my brain has gone blank. I think that were a bird that caught that. Yeah, nothing there. I thought that were going to go straight away then, just a little dink. I wouldn't strike at those on the method. I've either been done, I've not seen the bird pop up, so it might have been a fish having a little dig. And if it was a fish, I think I've just been done. Right. There we go. Waiting for another bite. I'm only going to give that 5, seeing as I've had that knock, I'm only going to give this 5 minutes. No point leaving it out there if it's not doing what it should do, sat on top of bait, wafting about. I'm hoping it's going to go around while you're on, but it doesn't look like it is. Yeah, I thought it was one of those grebes, crested grebes, lovely little birds. Not bothered about cormorants, but the grebes are lovely. No, it's not going to go around for here, folks, so you just have to wait until I get to the fish. Right, update, there's about 2 hours and 15 minutes to go. Nige to my right on peg 55, which I've been told is probably about as good an area as you can get. I don't know, it's just what Dave's told me. He says 55 is the perfect spot, but I wouldn't know that. He's got 12 pound, Jeff's got a skimmer, Simon's got 2 big carp apparently down there, so I don't know anybody else is getting on. Like I say, I just can't see anybody down there at all. So I'm quite a bit behind. I've actually gone a little bit further out now. It's pretty much where I saw the fish top. We'll see if we get any fish there. No more signs in the area. I've caught those 3. So just thought I'd go a little bit further. It's probably about 10 yards further. I don't know, maybe I think it's about 45 metres. It's been in 6 minutes and I've not had a sign yet. But I'll probably go back and have a look on the short line where I know there's some bait down there from earlier casts, and then I'll come shorter to the 20 metre line where I've been putting a few pellets. That's the only area I've fed apart from the margin. I've put half a pot of corn and dead reds down there with some ground bait. I'm not right sure whether I'll get anything in these margins. No idea, because I've never fished it before. I don't really know how it performs in the margins here at this time of year, but I've not gone close to the margin. I've decided to fish quite a bit away from the margins, but use it as my margin line. About 4 foot deep, I reckon it is. Fairly flat, so we'll give that a go shortly. So I'm hoping there's going to be a bit more action in the next 2 hours. I hope. I certainly need some more fish if I want to try and win this match, especially if Simon's got 2 big ones. So that's your update. I only know that because Tony's packed up. He's not feeling over clever, and he's just been back and told me, so there we go. And I've still not seen any of those guys catch a fish yet. And there's tiddlers keep topping down here in the margin. Little perch or roach or something. There we go. Back onto my 35 metre line. And eventually I've got one. Apparently Nigel to my right's got about 12 pound. We don't know what Simon's got apart from he's got 2 big carp. This has gone round after about, well, 7 minutes. Feels like a better fish than the others. Let's hope it is. Had a slight little liner before and then whack, straight round, whack. Come on, you beauty. Nobody else, from what I've heard, is catching too much. But you never know, do you? You just never know, folks. You know what these lot are like. Hoping for a decent finish. You last, what we got? We've got an hour and a half left, so still time to get a few fish in the bag, he says. Definitely a better fish, this one. Come on, sunshine, show your face. Show your face. Stop it from going under the platform, if we can. Come on then, let's have a look at you. Show you lovely people what you look like. Oh, he's trying, he's certainly trying. Don't want him going in there. Is he going to come to the top this time? Certainly putting a good scrap up, that is for certain. He's putting a mighty battle up. Oh yes. Whistling lines. We don't want him going under here, do we? Just look at that. Try to keep him away. Nothing I could do, folks. Nothing I could do. Oh, damn it. Nobody likes to see that. Tried to keep him away from my... oh, he's bent all that as well. Good grief. Tried to keep him away from the platform, and then he went straight under my net. Damn it. Right, looks like I'm going to have to change that, because that looks about knacked. Well, folks, I've had a quick look in the margin, not a sign. I've gone back out on that 35 metre line, and it's gone round after 5 minutes. Don't think it's as big as the other, but it's bigger than the ones I've got. It's a shame I didn't get that other one. This would have put me in contention. We've got 45 minutes left. Let's hope we get a few, but it's that time of day other people could be getting 1 or 2 and all. Oh, it's actually feeling heavier than I thought. Let's see if we can stop this from going under the platform or into my nets. Right, fishy. Yeah, it's nowhere near as big as the other one. There we go, got him. I mean, that's a decent sized fish, but not as big as the last one. He'll be, ooh, 5 or 6 pound. Oh, he just popped out. So there we go, folks. Nice little fish. I think the other one was sort of 8 pound-ish, maybe a bit more. It was a decent size. Well, that's just bumped me up to double figures. Let's see if we can get 1 or 2 more of those. I'll have a last look in the margin in the last sort of half an hour. So let's hope. It's twisted around. There's that around my hook as me waft it. Amazes me how it twists round. It's unbelievable to get it undone. Right, there we go. It's a pellet coloured wafter this time, so it's like it's in disguise, camouflage bait. Here we go. So we'll get that one back out. Let's see if we can get another one. All set, all ready. The trap is ready. Well, fishy people, we are all weighed in, and that has been a tough day. As we suspected, the frost has 3 or 4 days frost. I think low as -4 or 5 where we were. It has just killed it. But the Fleets Dam, I've got to say, lovely fishery that. Lovely fishery. Really like that. We'll have to revisit that in the summer. But the weights, they've been low, very low indeed. Bites were at a premium. You saw what my plan was. Margin line, I didn't go too close in, under a bush. Nice depth, about 4 foot. I primed that with an hour or so to go. I've not had a touch down there at all. No sign, no indications that there were any fish swimming about there at all. Nothing. Tried that a couple of times, nothing. I'd set a line up, I didn't measure it out, 30 to 35 metres. It's quite a silty place, but I found somewhere where I was chucking a 1.5 ounce bomb out, and it will plug in, and then it went really smooth. So I clipped up, cast into that spot, and it didn't plug. That's where I decided, and I forgot to measure it on my measuring sticks how far it was. It's between 30 and 35 metres. Dave Wood reckons 25 metres is ideal, which is sort of catapult range. Makes sense. But I liked how hard that felt, and that's where I decided to fish. And then I got another rod to go further out if I wanted and have a search about. I did my searching about. I went onto the 35 metre line and had nothing for a couple of hours, not a bite. Simon Hudson had a big carp, apparently 8 to 10 pounds, something like that, further down in the 60s. But everywhere else there's only 5, 7 weighed in. So it's been a tough day. A little bit of patience needed, which is what I decided to do. On the 35 metre line, I thought I'm not going to search all over there. I decided to fish it, put a bit of bait down, then search about a bit longer, then go back on it. And that was pretty much the pattern of my fishing, apart from when I tried on the pole. I'm not saying it paid dividends, but it worked to an extent, I suppose, considering the weights. So let's get on to the results. We had 3 sections. So we've got Jim with £3.13 from peg 45. Well done, Jim, what a mighty fisherman. Your next section was myself with from peg 59 with £10.12. It was third in the match, but we only had first and second today because there weren't many of us today. So that was £10.12. So what a mighty fisherman! Well done, me, yeah. And your third section with £8 was Simon Hudson from peg 65. So well done, Simon, what a mighty fisherman you are. There's nothing mighty about today. It's been very, very difficult, to be fair. In second place, you've got Mick Smith from peg 49 with £16 1 ounce. And your winner from peg 55, I was told that peg 55 was a very good area, just in the bowl. Nice area apparently, and this fish method all day, Nigel Middleton with £22.10. So as you can see, I don't think our fishing has give it too much justice. Having said that, there were people that fish there regular, pleasure men, a few skimmers, that's all they've been catching. So it has fished very, very difficult. So I know Alan will probably watch this. Alan, we shall be back in the summer. You can catch prolifically on pellet waggler, method feeder, bomb. Margins come into their own in summer, obviously, like everywhere else. So very, very tough day at Fleet's Dam. But I have got to say, lovely, well kept fishery, and we will definitely be back. So that's the insights to, I've caught all my fish on method, and I've tried different size wafters. The ringers 5mm chocolate yellow, the small wafters seem to be working at the minute. That's going to change in the very near future. So what have I got next? I have got the Carper final at Hayfield Lakes on Sunday. Really looking forward to that. Decent draw needed. I'm not sure where I want to be. Those fish are moving about. I think Adams seems to be the place that people keep saying they want to be. I'd be happy on Ireland as well. But you just don't know at this time. It's a funny time of year. Just going out of winter. Who knows what's going on with the fishing there. So I hope you still enjoyed today's video at Fleet's Dam. I thoroughly enjoyed the venue myself. So thanks for watching, folks. Don't forget, it is absolutely free to subscribe. If you click the notification bell, you will get all our videos as we upload them, and a thumbs up would be very, very nice. So until Sunday at Hayfield Lakes, take care, folks, and don't forget, fish on.